Your own understanding, truth under Babylon's empiricism. What up? Uh, just real quick, I got to talk about this information and the necessary need. Like the redundancy has to happen. Like the necessary need, essential idea of gathering information and having some sort of discernment when it comes to your life. Just the things that are happening around you. We live in a three-dimensional area here. This dimension is part of three ways which we can actually conceptualize and perceive these three dimensions. Now, within these three dimensions, for some reason, human beings only want to focus on two dimensions. Like you're looking straight ahead. You're looking, left and right. I mean, you can't just look here and there, or just here, there, over there, up there, around there, down there. You know, you don't care. I mean, you have to be aware of all your surroundings in this dimension. And so I say that to say, pay attention to the climate, all climates. I'm speaking of the social climate, the economic climate. Just the whole ecosystem is its own climate. The climate, like everything. Pay attention to these things. How often do you actually look up? Have you noticed the grid in the sky? Have you noticed the artificial atmosphere that they've created for us? Have you noticed the atmosphere below the atmosphere? Have you noticed? I mean, it's obvious. If you look up and you pay attention, you can see the mathematical grid based on the seeding that has been done. And these things are right in your face. And it's all tied to augmented reality, the things that, obviously they have a big idea about, that they will be successful in all this shit that they talk about it. They're not playing, folks. Like, you got to pay attention. These things are happening right around you. They give you all the tyranny and all the mainstream propaganda to focus on. And they actually establish real life true theater with sacrifices. People are dying for real in this theater that they create for the entire world to basically participate in this giant worldwide clue game. And they have these different events for us to just, pay attention to, as opposed to what the sleight of hand is doing. It's just amazing how grown men really don't want to acknowledge their masculinity. The lack of masculinity is the only thing that could allow this type of control to happen to the collective. This is something that masculinity should have been able to fortify its condition, which is basically the human condition. It should have been able to fortify its presence using true masculinity and the understanding and applying and knowing the true principles of energy. But for some reason, the concept just eludes them. But your handlers know. They understand completely, which is why they're able to very easily control so many using the same tactics over and over and over again. And at some point, when you realize, your basic right to travel and just be who you really are at the core, your creativeness, all is going to be suppressed and controlled. And this is coming. And the poor women are just victims to all this stuff, all this nonsense, all the tyranny. The poor women are just victims. Women and children just victims to the emasculated practices of half of men, man boys. And it's plain and simple. They treat you and everyone like you, your peers, like children. They give you commands, you follow them like children because you have no grown adult concepts to challenge these assertions related against you. Like I don't understand the complacency the lack of integrity when it comes to, self-preservation and just manhood in general. What kind of man wants things to happen around him that he has to participate in, have no control over, be a part of, with no other decisions or options or any immediate influence on the happenings themselves? That leaves you in the most volatile, vulnerable position. How could you call yourself a man? How could you want to even be around women who you are sworn to protect from inception? And you have failed. We have failed. But yet and still we subjugate and oppress and ostracize and ridicule women as if they're a deciding factor in the dumb shit men do. It's coming. Complete control, complete automated control with no human interaction whatsoever. It's coming.